Okay, well, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to my, any replay viewers that come in. Everybody always says, hello, show your face, we don't see you. So, here's just a extra bonus. Here I am. I do exist, I'm real. Alright, I usually just don't show my face because when I'm doing the art, it's about the art. So that's just how it is. Alright, so we're going to flip it around with a stupid look on my face. I'm just telling you. My name is Kathy Grillo. And you can follow me on Instagram. Here on Periscope. Give a shout out to my Periscope crew, LDCC, Little Deb's Creative Crew, and Creative Underground. If you ever are interested in a group, or and you're an artist or a creative, or you're just a art supporter, follow me and give me a little shout out about it. Ask. More than welcome to join. All right. So I really just want to get this scope out of the way and finish it up because I was working on it yesterday. And this program has so much stuff, I couldn't finish it. It was just so long. So if you're catching this one, and hi Karen, good morning. I'm gonna show Karen something just because you're here. I was working on this the other day. Let me see. Let me show you. I don't know if it's infinite. I think it's in progress right now. Yes. See, is this it? Oh, no, that's just the drawing. Hang on. I have to find where my stuff is. There it is. I finished this the other day. So, this is the latest I worked on. Oh my goodness, wait. There she is. So I did that one the other day. I haven't printed this one out yet, though. So, but I was just, this weekend I was just going through this program and seeing what all the brushes and the tools on here do, because I had absolutely no idea, so I don't really know what it could do or not. And later I am going to paint one of those, and I have to find out what kind of sketch to send you. If you go, I don't know what you would want as a pencil sketch. Do you want like nature, or do you want one of my animals? I don't know what to send you. You could send me a message if you want, or say, I like this one if you go and look at my stuff. Anyway. So this isn't really super exciting unless you're really interested in the digital, just to say. Because okay, well, alright. I'll find something. I do good pencil sketches, though. I'll show you. This is one. Oh my goodness, I'm setting it up. Because it's big. This is a big one. I did it for my husband for Valentine's Day. And we'll slide you over. This is one I did of my dog. Well, my old dog. She's not alive anymore. But I did that for my husband for Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's big. But that was my China. My little puppy. So, the sketches in the sketchbook aren't that detailed. Except for one that my husband stole for my sketchbook. But, yeah. The digital's much easier than that graphite pencil drawing. Oh, I gotta find a space on the wall for her. Alright, anyway, so we were messing around to see what these different thing markers and things do, because I had no idea, and I was like, I don't even know what I could do. So how can I even think of it or imagine it if I have no idea what it does? And it's not the most exciting, but we're just kind of playing around with them. Well, I figure what if it's bad, I could just erase it and I didn't really waste anything. So this is like an art marker, probably like those alcohol markers like Joey and stuff uses. Does it go lighter? It could go light, press darker. Oh yeah, the color builds up for shading. Yeah. So these are probably like those alcohol-based art markers. See how they react with each other. This is a. You could see up here if you look right up here. That's what I'm using, but I'm trying to read them. This is a chisel tip marker. So it's like one of those, just a regular marker. But they react with each other. You can see as I overlay it. So it does have some transparency, and the shading will go. Alright, that's pretty cool. A dirty marker, I guess this is supposed to be like if you used it and it's old and dirty. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is kind of like a used one. It has a variation of, this is a yellow, so it has a variation of color through there. This one goes light and dark, but you can't really see through it so much. It'll go over. And this is fine tip, so it's very small. Yeah, it's a dirty marker. I have a dirty water for watercolor. So this one does some, I have no color options on this. Some of these don't have color options. It's like a Sharpie marker, sort of wearing out. A flat rendering marker. So this is like a little smaller tip, and if I go, it goes different sizes depending on how I turn it. Okay. And these do interact with each other. It's a different shading. Oh, this is called leaky marker. Oh, see? It's like fine, and if I stand here, like the ink will leak out. Okay, well that's cool. I'm gonna I'll probably come by. I'll at least check out the replay later. I just wanted to get this done. My voice is all froggy. I wanted to get this finished since I started it yesterday, and there's a couple people that were like hanging out with me, and then I'm going to probably do some painting myself. So that was a fun marker. Thanks for the hearts, love. Catch you later. A scratchy dry tip marker. Good cross hatching. Little really fine marker. I'm going to have to try drawing with some of this stuff instead of the pencil. And a worn marker, so it's a little rough with the color. So those are the markers. Those are pretty cool. I think I might have to go and like say, okay, I'm going to just work my way through and I'm going to do a drawing with these or a painting and see what happens. Oh, this might be fun. Liquid ink. I've never used ink. Don't know anything about ink. But I guess we will see what it does, huh? Alright, so now the liquid ink has some airbrush settings, which is interesting. I don't know, okay, it does act like an airbrush in a way, but it's ink. But it says airbrush, so I don't know why it's in the liquid ink. Calligraphy? I don't know how to do calligraphy. Oh. La. Oh, there you go. Calligraphy. That's about as calligraphy as I get. An airbrush resist. Alright, so this. Alright, it takes away here, but I wonder if I kind of spray something here. What if I go back to this and draw? Alright, so it like puts something on the paper that makes it so when I draw over it, you can see how it had like sprayed clear stuff on the paper to make a texture or make it so I couldn't paint there. And this is a camel brush resist. So I'll go back to this and see what happens. Yeah, see, you like it. Okay. That's kind of cool. Drops of ink. Oh. So it makes random ink blobs. And they react together. You see this ink is sort of it's really cool when you put the colors together. You could. Oh, that one's really cool. You can have some fun with that. Alright. No, I already did that one. A dry camel. Just a brush, but with ink. Okay. And here's an eraser. Hello! Blunt force trauma, this is called. Really? Particle blunt force trauma. Alright, we're going to erase this so we can have a nice big space up here. It's so delayed whenever you bring up particle brushes because they very... I'm not doing anything right now and it's still catching up right now. And I decided since that was a pain in the butt and running slow, I want to get a new sheet of paper. So let's get a new sheet of paper. Once again, the fun with digital is, I'm not wasting all my paper. Very green. Digital is very green. There we go. Alright, so blunt force trauma. This is very exciting. I have no idea what this is going to do. So this is a particle brush, so it doesn't really have a different brush size. Just see it's like there, but let's see what happens. Oh, it's very light, and that's at 100%. But it's just, that gray stuff is where color is, but you guys can't see it. Let's try. So that was pretty light. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm curious. Maybe. Let me write over it. No, it's just really light. Okay, this is a crackle airbrush. Oh, see, look at wrong button because I still am learning this stuff, but I know how to get it back. That's better than I was at first. All right, let's see. All right, so this. That's pretty cool. It makes a little crackly, like string. It's almost like stringy. Depending on the direction you go. A dribble drab. Dribble and drab, and it's using a little different variation of colors. Randomly gives you different amounts of color. So it's, oh, that's pretty cool. Gravity ink blobs. This is like, I have no, they name them and I have no idea what it even does. Oh, see, I can like aim it. Alright. And once again, like the other ink, if I put the ink blob on top of something else, they're sort of reacting together here. This is a pine tree. I don't know why they call it pine tree. It's a very like in order to paint, like if I just do it like this, it doesn't do anything. It has to be like, it's very, like a long drag on that one. Like dragging a piece of, it's like dragging some string. But yeah, some cool stuff going on in there. It's a knife. Once again, the knife does not have color to it because it's a knife. It's a serrated knife. Just will scrape stuff. A smooth camel brush. Oh, you can see where I scraped and it won't go. Because it like puts, that's weird. So I would have never guessed that. That was a surprise. Soften edge and colors. Oh, this is just like a, oh, it's a blender. Okay. So you go through and like blur it up a little bit of some of the, but see some stuff, this is weird. It's like some stuff it's blending and then some stuff it's erasing. So that's weird. And a spattery airbrush. Very spattery. You can hardly see it on the screen. It's very light. If I hold it, let's see how long it's taking to fill in. It's a very light airbrush. So this could be cool. See, this is anybody who comes in here and is from our group or whatever, this is the difference of posting on the cruise page that you're going to do a scope and not posting it. Because I didn't post this one because it's kind of not really exciting. And look at, I'm talking to myself. So, palette knives and sponges. Oh, this is literally like a cut sponge. I'm trying to make it bigger so you can see. It makes nice little squares. And I can kind of drag it out and it just makes like multiple squares. But the paint does not reload unless I tap. So you can get some really like, that'd be kind of cool, very impressionistic stuff going on there. A grainy jitter sponge. This is, it doesn't really act like a sponge, it acts more like a brush. Let's go back to the dense sponge. We'll put some purple in there so you can see. Okay. Here's a loaded palette knife, so I'm going to assume this is a knife that will have my color paint on it. Yes. And depending which way you kind of turn it, and get different edges. Here's a wet sponge. And once again, this is more like a brush because I wouldn't sponge paint like this. I would sponge paint more like this, but nothing really happens when I tap. So, but it blends together nice. I mean, it gives you the effect, but it paints more like a brush. A triple knife. Oh, it would help if I clicked on it, right? So the triple knife, once again, there's no paint on this. This is something, let me see if I can make it bigger really quick. This is something that, there you go, you can see it now. You have to drag it through the colors. And there's a smeary sponge, which is very light. Oh, who popped in? Oh, hello, Cian. Sean. It looks like Cian because your A is really big. I was like, Cian? Oh, it's Sean. I'm just finishing up this from yesterday because I know Stephanie and a couple people were interested in what was going on. So I didn't really post it, but just finishing it up. There's only a few more. I figured might as well do it in case she wanted to come in and see it. But I'm having fun playing with all like the toys in here. It's a big toy box for me. Alright, so those were palette knives. This is Corel Painter 2016. Oh, these are oils. This should be interesting. Alright, Bristol oil. And it's kind of, you can see the brush strokes. It's kind of cool. But I have not even taken Oh, they're not really interacting with each other though. It's just kind of like layering over. So I need to see like what they do so I can even like imagine what I could do. So I'm just kind of. Oh, now see, this is a oils brush, a detail brush, but it doesn't have paint. Yes, I can mix colors. Let me bring that over here. So I have a color wheel. I also have a mixer pad where I can load colors. And you need to get the brush. And I can mix them like that. So that's cool. Yeah. And then there's also color sets. And there are, I can import libraries like from master paintings. Some of them are uploaded. I have not gone online to look for them yet. But I need to get my color back. I'm trying to get. So like if I had a painting, like if I took the library of the water lily painting, it would have all like the colors that were in that painting. So okay, this oil brush here does not have any pigment assigned to it, but it will interact. It's like just smearing. It's like it will interact with the paint that's already on the fine feathering oils. I don't like this color. What did I have? I had like a really hot pink and like a sharp blue. Alright. So this is pretty light. Yeah, this Corel painter, they did a really good job of imitating how the mediums work for like in real life. It's pretty intuitive, and then there's like crazy stuff that you can never do with like in reality. I have some of that stuff too. This is a soft brush. Oh, and it's soft. And see, this is how it runs out of ink. It's not a constant. It only if I pick up my pen and then put it down again, I'll have color. But if I stay on the paper, it just smears what I have there. So that's how this one works. So if I press it down, it'll go. So it's just like dipping it in the paint on my palette, and then I paint, but I'm gonna run out, or it's gonna blend in. But every time I pick it up, it's like touching it back into the paint. So that's pretty cool. Glazing. I just got this for Christmas, so I'm still learning. And this, oh, see, this has like a little glaze in it, so it's a little light and shimmery. It has like a little, the color's a little lighter because it has a glaze in it. Let's see, a medium. And this is just a heavy bristle. Let's see if they interact together. No, the colors don't even blend on that one. So that's pretty much a solid color. Now, this is called a... I'm trying to get it so you can see what they're called up there in the corner. There we go. Slide you over here. Spring oil mop. Oh, so this is another one where I have to tap to get the ink down, and then once it's there, it kind of just swirls it around, and it must have like a lot of oil on it because it's very light and kind of smeary. Yeah, pretty much. There's like all sorts of stuff in here, like crazy stuff. I think the replays from the other mediums that I did earlier are still on there if you're really interested. You can fast forward and see some of that stuff. But okay, this is a clumpy flat brush, wet. Ooh. Once it reacts, if I come from here, it's pulling the colors from the different. So it's just like if that paint was on the paper and I put this paint and I ran it through to the other paint, it'll react. So that's pretty cool. It's actually reacting to the white of the paper too. Like, okay. Smeary round brush. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know half this stuff was on here. It's like I have a whole art store. It's pretty wild. All right, so this is just a brush. You can see the bristles on this stroke. Or if I dab it, it's like they're going around. So this brush has the end. You can see them like when you layer them on top of each other. Okay. A cover brush. I'll go up here in the corner. Oh, this is very soft edges. And it looks like it reacts to the paint that's already on there. It doesn't really smear the paint that's on there, but since it's soft, you could kind of see it has some transparency to it. And here's a speckle brush. I want to erase this up here really quick. Let's erase a spot because I don't want to. I'll get a new paper for the next one. Okay. And it's just like a nice thin brush. And yeah, it doesn't react with anything. Oh, it does react a little bit. There's a little bit of it must have hit a glaze from something before. Yeah, the best thing is like, oh, I screwed up. I can erase it, get rid of the layer, and my paper's not all scratched up. Yeah, if you take the time and use it, you can get some very realistic painting effects, and that's why I'm going to take some of my instruments and over to my neighbor's house maybe this weekend and have him print them out for me on. Well, I'll have to see if he has canvas paper. I bet he doesn't have canvas paper, but I could probably go get somewhere when I get it. I'll have him print some out because I'm really curious to see with his, he has professional setup down there because that's kind of what he does for a living on a large scale. I don't want to say that. So, see how they look. Because even with that little canvas paper that I printed out, that dancer on my own little inkjet printer, it looks pretty neat, like the printed on canvas stuff. So, and here's the other thing. Guess what? Screwed up. Yeah. The canvas paper is really cool. There we go. Undo it. And I didn't have to throw that sheet of paper out. Alright. Particles. I have no idea what these things do. So this could be some crazy stuff here. The names kind of crack me up. Alright. Busted seams. Okay, it's a glow, which means I need to have some kind of paint. Let me throw down some ink or something. No, I don't want that one. I just want something. Here, drops of ink. Alright. So, particles. The glows react to paint, so they don't have a color in them. But you can see it just kind of, and it makes it look, I guess like it's glowing. It's a little bit of an effect in there. Kind of like crackles it away, this one. This is a fur sprayer. It's kind of small. I don't think I can make it bigger. It kind of has a little texture like fur, I guess. That's why it's called fur. Oh, that one's really light. Another fur one. Oh, so this is like stringy and it varies. I don't know what brushes you'd use to get this. Oh, here's a tail. Oh, so this is like a long drag, and as I swish it around, you can see the gray part is my brush. So, no, you can do, I don't know what you mean by graphics. I think it has like any of the photo corrections and things like that. You can do photo manipulations and things in here. A flow map enhancer. Okay, so this is taking the texture of my paper and really emphasizing whatever paper I have down here. So if I come down here and change my paper to something else, let's go something crazy. Window frost. It kind of is taking the flow map of my paper. And there's flow maps, so I could turn them around and everything if I really got into it. All right, so that's kind of cool. Cover pressure. Oh, this one changes color on its own. It's randomly changing between my two colors. So now I'm curious. Yeah, but it does it on its own. Like I'm not switching the color. I want to give it this one a. Let me do a yellow and see what happens. See, yeah, just kind of. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, you know what? My ink's not erasing. That's weird. Alright. I think it made like a separate layer. Alright. I think a lot of these would do like smoke effects and things like that. A gravity bristle. Alright, so if I go sideways or if I go fast, it's little. I have to get the yellow doesn't. Does the yellow show up alright? Yeah, it does kind of. Maybe if I got like a green. Oh. I'm trying to get some nice color. Alright. Alright, you can see the texture of the paper pretty good under there. There is some ink in some of them, ink in the watercolors and things like that, where they actually have directions. So if I like lay like this, it would like splat it up that way, or yeah, there's different brushes in here that do that kind of thing. And I had liquid ink, which is pretty cool. A Deco Streamline. This is very small. Oh, well, there you go. Not so small when you start spinning it around. Let's see. So this is like ribbons or something, kind of a netty smoke. I don't know. That was kind of weird. A lazy sketch. This is little, but it kind of drags. It does the same thing, but on a smaller scale. It's like a little sketcher. Okay. And then a sheet paper, so. No. I would have spent a fortune in paper to try all this stuff out. Alright. There we go. Real wet oil. Gravity. Alright, so this is like, once again, it'll run out of ink. It'll swirl around like those other gravity brushes. And for, it made the colors really dark. So I don't know if that's what oil does. Aurora. Alright, I think I need paint for this one. Hang on. When I pick one, I have to like load up to see it. I didn't want that one. I want this. Alright. I'm just throwing down some paints because the one I was using does not have a color assigned to it, but it reacts into the paint. So you can make like little effects into your sparkler. Oh, this is going to be the same thing. I need a nice dark color for this. Let me get a nice dark color. And then sparkler glow. So it's very lightly chipping away, like there's little sparks of light in there. That one's hard to see for you, but I could see it. A light pen. So this is like a little pen, like those. It's like those ones where you like color, and then when you draw over it, it takes away some of the color, so it like blends through. Chain smoke. Oh, this does look smoky. Okay, well, thanks for coming. Like I said, it's up there. You can check them out if you're interested. I appreciated the company. Hello, how are you, Mike? Still working on this. We're almost done. I'm gonna go through some of these. Some of these are really neat farther down here. Okay, cool. See you around Scopeville. This is a chain smoky. It does look like smoke. You can make all sorts of like, okay, that's pretty cool. Fireball. Oh, this one's going to be in paint. Oh, yeah. This one does not have any color attached to it, but like you could start and it starts really dark like that, like a real bright, and then so you could do like, shooting star effects and stuff in like a night sky or something with that one. Like, comets. That's pretty cool. Particle spring rainbow. I need some more. A lot of these react not to themselves. So So I want the darker color first. There we go. So a lot of the particles take the paint you already put down and put effects in them. So this is called Spring Rainbow, and it's pretty light. It just really slightly changes your color. Silk ribbon. Oh, yep, it's like a ribbon. Be another smoky effect. It's pretty. Chunky. It's smaller, but they're fat. Little random sizes and where it kind of goes. So even if I go straight, you can't tell what's going to come out from that. Right. There's just a lot of things on this one. Alright, I have no idea what this is going to do. Do you see what it says? Concept creature? How is that a brush? But it's kind of just another one of these draggy, wispy things. I don't know. Okay. Flame glow. And so this is not in here, but it'll be in here. Yeah. Hi, how are you? What's going on? Beth, it's good to see you. Just kind of playing around with this stuff. Once again, this is like a flame glow. If you hold it, it takes more away. Alright. So that's kind of cool. Frayed rope glow. Same thing. It's kind of like dragging a little piece of string through paint. That's how you could get like those, like electricity coming from somebody's fingers or something. That kind of stuff. Sword, another glow effect. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I might have to start challenging myself because I don't know what these are. To play around, do a whole drawing, like just throw some stuff down and see what happens. Uh, Another sword. Oh, see this one. Can you see this one has a line? Do you see this? Can you see that? So it really is like dragging it through the ink. That's cool. It does do, no, this is Corel Painter 2016, but it does have things that, like Photoshop. That's pretty cool. That's some really neat effects in there. And this is a smoky, more smoke. More smoke. Alright. No, I do not want to save it. Because I am just playing around with my color box here. This is crazy. I've had this thing since January. I didn't know it did half this stuff. Alright, pattern pens. Okay, I did use some of these. there's these, down here you have some patterns. And then like if I take this pattern marker, it has like the little flowers in there. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to make it bigger. Do you see them? And then if I come over here and I change it to music notes, see? Or flower petals. They're not colored though. Oh, piano keys. So yeah. Yes, I have a Intuos Pro tablet, and it has this pen, and then it's Corel Painter on the program. Alright, so let's see, this is a chalk jitter. So this is the same pattern. I'm going to use the, I'll use the same keyboard pattern. So this is done in chalk. This is a pattern chalk, a different darker chalk. So I think you go online and download some of these, but you could get some effects. I did, if you see my butterfly from at the beginning of this, I have, like the color confetti flying away from the wings. That was done with these. And I also did a piece on music where I used the music notes with this pen. See, but depending on what your setting is, and you go large or small. This is micro, so this is going to be a smaller pattern. It just gives you a different soft edge. Kind of blurry. See-through, which means I can kind of see through it. And just a regular pattern pen. But yeah, there's some different things in here, like rocks and leaves and things like that, like a chain. Oh, so I'm gonna draw like a big old ship anchor. There it is. I don't have to draw it. So it's kind of cool, right? Alright. Gotta put that back in its spot. Yeah, that chain was cool. I think if you, I've been reading, but like people load different images online, so you could go and download different things and import them in. Hey Ray, you missed all the airbrushing stuff I did the other day. It must be early for you. Alright, these are just pens and pencils. So this, I use these a lot for sketching. So like this is just a little 2B pencil, a calligraphy brush, which I don't know how to really use. These are what I use to sign things. Here's a Quake pen, so it has settings are pretty little set there, so you can see them bigger. Colored pencil. It's another cover pencil. Do you have a bunch of them? Yeah, I'm still new on this, so I'm still, figuring it out. A crow. I don't even know what half this stuff is. A crow quell pin. Another. Oh, see, like if you angle it, it does different. Okay. Flat color. So this is just Okay. Let's see. A repeat pen. This one, I think, I'm not sure what this stuff does yet. I think I could assign different colors and it just kind of does. Like I could adjust the patterns or something. Yeah, you can custom make your own on this and save them too. I don't know if I'll ever get that desperate for style that I'll do that. Have you? Well, you need to scope some of that so I can learn from you. That's like a little smeary one. Okay. A greasy pencil. So I just play around and, I figure what's the worst that can happen? I screw something up. I delete it. It's not the right thing I was looking for. I'll delete it. Oh, greasy pencil. And it is. It looks very swishy. I bet this one will blend like good with the other one. Yeah. One of those pen thingies. I have an Intuos, excuse me. I have an Intuos Pro tablet. And I got it for Christmas from my husband. So I'm still learning. And then this is Corel Painter 2016. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's my art folder. I want a new piece of paper. Alright. I'm just dragging it over so you guys could see it better. I usually don't have to do that. Alright, a leaky pen. Oh, this is... Let's make this one bigger. This one looks like it's fun. So if I draw, every time I press down it starts big and then it'll run out. But if I press down it again, but I can splat colors on. That's cool. That would be fun. Nice boring mechanical pencil. Doing some nice line work. Lines. Line work. Do you have fonts? Oh, okay. See, this is all stuff I have no idea what they, about them yet. A neon pen. So it kind of has like a little glowy thing to it. I still have to figure out how to change the colors on those. Here's a pencil. And a nervous pen. It's a little jittery. The pens are hard for you guys to see. I know, there's like so much. Drafting. Pencil. These are all like pencils for pencil. I have not tried I'll show you guys. I showed it earlier, but I'll show it again because I have it right here and it's handy. This is what I have been doing. So I'm going from doing stuff like this. This is a graphite pencil drawing of my dog that I did a few years ago. Was it 2011? I did this for my husband. That's our dog. She's no longer with us. I have a new dog now. But anyway, so that's pencil. And now I'm teaching myself this stuff. So, get you back. Thank you. Yeah, it's a. I have kind of, Ray. The problem with the tutorials for me right now is they go through everything so fast. I don't know where all the buttons are yet. I'm still like teaching myself. So they're like, oh, and I hit this, and I'm doing that, and I'm like, yeah, well, where is that? So I'm still learning that. So I'm going to work my way. I'm working my way through the manual, and I just happen to be on the brushes. So I'm loving it already. I really am. A soft pencil. I like the soft pencil. I could do some pencil. I'm going to try to do a digital pencil drawing at some point. See what happens. A very old tip. So once I get through the manual and know where stuff is and how they work and how the settings work, then I'm going to go and do some tutorials and get more into it. Constant learning. I'm old. I'm still learning. This is a scratch tool. Do some cross hatching. Thin and thick. Do a bunch of doodling out here. I do. Sometimes. Not as much now since I have Periscope. I'm always trying to catch up with everybody. There we go. A drippy pen. Yeah, it's kind of like your pen's running out of ink. And this one, like if you go one way it's thin, another way it's thick. That's a good one for signing. I have to remember that one. I kind of like that. Wide stroke pen. You guys might be seeing that on my signature. That looks pretty cool. Okay, great. Thanks for stopping by, Ray. I'll catch you later. Probably. Are you going to paint tonight? Yeah, that is good for calligraphy. And it's not even a calligraphy pen. It just says it's a wide stroke pen. I love that painting. So I'll check in and see it whether I'm awake or not. I have to do some housework later. Oh, that word. But I'll catch it either live or for sure on replay if I don't get, the times don't coincide. All right. I already did the watercolors. This is real wet oils. My, what's this? Oh, they are very smeary. Let's switch our color. See how they react with each other. A little bit, not too much. A terp blender. So see, this doesn't have any color. Once again, blenders usually don't have color associated with them. Okay. Where are you? Is it nighttime? Are you like, oh, it says Oz, so does that mean you're in Australia? I should read and learn this stuff. Okay, see. So if you're on, I'll be in my bed. Like my husband will be next to me snoring, and I'll be in my bed, watching. Yeah, so this just kind of blurs this together. See, I got that after I put my brain to your username, and yeah, I'm a little slow on the uptake. I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee. So, okay, well, have a good night. Thanks for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you around. You're already at my tonight, so maybe I'll see you on your tomorrow. I have no idea what this terp stuff is. It's not doing a whole lot for me right now. I have to read up on that one. And it's turpentine, probably. Look at, see how long it takes me? So it's probably a terp blender, turpentine, because you're doing oils, right? So then a terp grainy. Thanks! Alright, so I'm guessing, let me lay down some stuff. Yes, that's what it was. So I put the turpentine down on the paper. Do you see that? That was pretty cool. And then after I'm done, it's reacting to the turpentine that I already like throw down on the paper. Do you see that? How it changes? Alright, so that's a cool thing. That's cool. Alright. And then that was a blender too. Let's see. A bristle? Just a bristle brush. I like the ones where they really change and soak into the paper on here. Those are fun. Because I'm not quite sure what they're going to do. And then you see it kind of like, it's like magic. These are all just variations of, and this is wet oil. Yeah, there's ones that, do you mean on a mixer? I have, or, I mean, there's blenders that do things, and then I have a color mixer too. I have the color wheel, but there's also this mixing palette. So I can mix the colors. Yeah, so I mean, there's a mixing palette on here that'll just mix everything up. And then if I wanted to use the color, I just go in and pick the color out, and then it'll use it. Alright. I just put my layer level somewhere I didn't want it, so that was great. Alright, there we go. My layers in digital art are very important. We don't want it set up that way. And, alright. No, we don't want to save those. Alrighty. What else do we have? Simple. I have no idea. Oh, these are just, okay. So this is just water. I can add water on something. And it makes my paper wet. A flat color. And then see if I came in and added water. It kind of just slides it around. An eraser. Now here's like this real simple air. Oh, that's still on the eraser. So it's kind of a boring category. Nothing exciting on that one. It's simple, and that's why they said it's simple. And this is something else you can't do in real life, is erase your paint like that. Yeah, I have I've been naming my layers. I don't use a ton of layers yet, at least for the kind of art that I've done. Like maybe 5 or 6. It depends on the project how many layers I've been using. Hi, Tina. I'm just playing around here today. Smart strokes. I'm not sure what the smart strokes do. So these, I have to read up on these, you guys, because, these are working with, my my image. Yes, I can. I made a sign out of it, but I could show it without it. I have. Oh yeah, it would be. It would save a lot of paper. Let's see. Tina wants to see my butterfly. She likes the butterfly. What do you have an idea for? Tina likes the butterfly. Tina, I'm going to be experimenting in a couple weeks in black and white. Mm, I have to see where I can change it. Okay, just colors, select colors, brightness. Oh, I have to do it on each layer. Alright, hang on. Well, it's okay. Um, so it won't let me go to a different layer and do it unless I commit it to the layer. You could call me on Messenger in a little bit if you want. Do you have Messenger? We could talk right through Messenger. Like there's a this is Corel Painter. It's like instant. Hang on. Well, I'll Facebook you or send you a link to. Thank you. I'll Facebook you or send you a link to the Messenger. But what? Okay, I don't have Twitter, so you have to do it on Facebook. But anyway, I was going to say how you mentioned a shirt. I have my friend who does transfers and stuff. He was doing them a couple weeks ago, and I was thinking of you. So if I mess around with it in practice, I might make a shirt with the butterfly. And if I do, I'm going to send it to you. Okay, well, that's cool. All right. But I was just going to do it because I like you. Oh, Mental Health Month. Ooh. All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I have a few categories, and then I'm going to be off of here. So if I get to play around, I'll let you know. I don't know when we're okay. We'll talk for sure. We'll bore Beth with our little discussion here, and Mike. Yeah, we're just talking about I don't even know yet, and now I'm all excited. So this seems to be just like pencils and stuff. Uh, I could use them. Well, the sun's sort of coming out and the snow is melting here, so that makes me happy. We're supposed to get like in the 60s, so that's exciting. See, it's like if I do this, it's like bringing up that chain pattern. So I'm not really sure how smart these strokes are, you guys. Chewy, I think Chewy is sleeping with my son in his room. He's all snuggled up. I believe that's where I last saw him earlier this morning. Snuggled in bed with my son who is still sleeping. Being a lazy laser. But they were probably up. Who knows how late they were up last night. I don't even know what sumi is. What is sumi? Does anybody know? Sumi? Oh my goodness. Ooh. Chewy needs a bath and probably a little hair trim too. And I've been so caught up in it's SUMI-E. I don't know what it is. I know lately sometimes I do too. Oh, I don't know what that stuff's doing. It's like using both colors. Well, I don't know what that is. Okay. It has like this weird brush or something. I'm not. I don't even know what it is. I'll have to look it up. Like some Japanese brush tip or something. I don't even know what it is. A thick blossom. Uh, What's it changing colors on me? Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, right? I'm like, I don't know what it is. I never heard of it before in my life, and all of a sudden, like, this is doing like some weird stuff. So, okay, that makes sense. And a wet bristle. All right. I'll probably never use those unless I get to the point where I do force myself to try to do something with them. I don't. I don't know what those are. My son would love that. I bet it is. I'd have to like look into it. That's something else to look into. I would watch some videos or something to figure it out because I don't know exactly what they do with it. And then here's just watercolor. There's like 3 watercolor categories on here. I have a watercolor. There's a real watercolor and digital watercolor. Now these are really cool. These red watercolors. This is the last category. So now the bleach, it just bleaches my color out a little bit here. But these are the ones that after I do it, you watch the paper and all sorts of crazy stuff will happen on here. I need to get a flow mat paper. Let me get a watercolor paper so we could see the... Oh, I bet they are. We're going to do horizontal chaos paper and see what happens. This is a diffuse camel brush. It has some different colors in there. It's like a dirty sort of brush. Alright, and a dry camel brush. I don't know how I always hit this thing so it gets off of where I want it to be. These are working very slowly. They're kind of blending together. It's a little strange and going down the page a little bit. Oh, I didn't make it that big. Come on. Come on. Oh, we'll pretend my paper's drying. But you could see up in here, it's like slowly soaking into like the paper. And you can see the little, the flow map underneath of the streaks of my paper texture that I put in here. Hi! Hi, Michelle. I'm almost done with this section here. We're just playing around for a little bit and I was finishing it up because there were a couple people that were interested in. This is the very last category. And this one, they'll start blending into each other. It's like after I'm done painting, they do things. And this is an eraser. It'll diffuse it a little bit. To dry it. So you can see after, do you see it coming up here now? How it takes a little bit of a delay because it works like real life sort of. So you could see that diffuser I threw on there, just starting to develop. Yes, I have tons of layers. I can use all sorts of different layers if I didn't want to affect the paint. So I want to go up and get some more color because a lot of these are affected by the colors I have selected. Alright, so I'll get a dark color. No, I want the dark color, thank you. Alright, so, and this is an eraser, so you can see that. And here's salt, a salt eraser. Yeah, see? So, watch here in a little bit. You should start seeing some stuff develop in a little bit. Grainy. Can you see it starting to come in? Like I put salt down there. It's very light. I'm trying to get it so you could see. Let me get them bigger. Big chunks of salt. And really spot it up. And you'll start seeing it. There it goes. See, it takes a while, just like the regular salt. Like if you threw salt in there and then you have to wait for it to react, that's kind of exactly what this is doing. Throw salt down there. Alright. Yeah, you can make them bigger or small, and you throw them down in there, and then as you sit here and watch, the salt melts, and as I knock you guys down because my husband ate all his snacks. Oops, sorry. Yeah, the salt melts and makes that. You can see it. It's still kind of doing it. It's kind of weird. All right. Let's see. This is a grainy bristle. You can see the brush strokes on there. Well, let me line you up better. I had you aimed for the one. That's pretty cool. Runny airbrush. I don't know what this is going to do. It's very light. You can see little airbrushy spatters. I'm trying to get the darker color. Now the thing is watch. This is so hard for you guys to see. I'm going to try to load it. If I stay in one spot. After I'm done, can you see them moving around? Can you see it? See them swirling, moving on the paper? I'm trying to get the dark color here. So then when I'm done spraying, watch what happens. Yeah, see, so it's like soaking into the paper, and it'll react with any other colors that are on there. And it just kind of does it for a little bit. So that's kind of cool. Here's a flat wash. And this should probably do the same thing when I'm done. It's going to start running. And you can watch them kind of like blend in to each other. And then these streaks that you see going this way, that's the texture of my paper. So if I change my paper texture, you'll get a whole different effect. Because it goes to the grains of your paper. So this is dripping down. I don't know if you could see how it looks like little drips. Can you see like a little dripping? Alright. Here's another runny bristle. And after I'm done, it's gonna it'll use the colors. It's like I'm painting on one sheet of paper because I'm not on any different layers. These are all on the same layer, and it's just like I painted on there, and they're wet paint, and they're gonna like kind of fall into each other. This one, they're still moving around, and then it soaks it soaks into. It's like it's hi Nancy. It's like it soaks into the paper. So then if your paper has a grain, you'll see the grain of the paper. But it's like painting and then let's see, this is I want to get a new sheet of paper here really quick. Well, actually no, let's just erase on the top. Get myself some room up here. Okay. A flat brush, you see how it's oval instead of round? So if I go one way or if I turn it another way, it'll be a different shape. I'm not creating anything right now, Michelle. I'm just kind of exploring what all the brushes and the different mediums on the program do, because I had no idea what they did. And it's like, how can I know what I can create if I didn't know what I did? Yeah, it's like going in a art room and just touching and playing with every single brush and paint and whatever. Just go crazy and play with them and see what they do, because I have no idea what they do. So this is actually the last category, so this is almost over. Oh, part 3. But I had a couple people in the group who were interested, so I said, oh, I'm going to go and finish them up. And they could catch the replay or whatever, and I'm going to have to, like, play around with some of these a little more. Alright, this is a runny. You can see it already working. Watch them. See how they're moving up there? It's called Speckle Runny Paper Reveal. So you're really going to see the texture in my paper, I'm thinking, with this one. And then if I switch the color and I do a little swatch up here of that. Oh, well, thanks for being here. I know it's probably very early in the morning for you. So you can see the texture of my paper coming in as it soaks into the paper. And if you watch this color up here, it's slowly dripping down into the purple. And I can adjust, I can play around, and there's all sorts of levers to adjust with how much the color will spread. And yeah, You can see it now. They're just sort of sprinkling into the purple. It's like dripping down my page. And that'll do that for like a few minutes, so I'm not quite sure how long it'll keep. So the purple part has seemed to stop. Let's see. Oh, see? There you go. It's almost tomorrow then, huh? This is a speckle wash. So the gray part, it's just random spots. Now when I stop, those are going to start doing their little magic run around stuff. And if I do it up here and flow through, they'll kind of blend together. And start seeing streaks from the texture of the paper I have it set on. And let's see. This is a sponge. It's saying a spongy. It's more like a pen because I'm not dabbing it. And then that does the same thing. Very light afterwards. So you get a nice texture of the paper. You can really see the lines in the paper I have set up under there with that one. This is a glazing, so I don't know if it has a color to it, but this is going to react with the paint I already put down. So now watch up here, because remember, it doesn't happen until I'm done. So we'll see what happens up here. It's kind of fade. You can see a little light streak in there. It's interesting. All right. Here's a wet wash. Again, it's just a little wash brush. And it's going to start running down the paper. Could probably do some really neat like skies and things with this, as it will just blend together. And then this is just a wetting agent. So it's like adding water to my colors. If I add water, or yes, that's the color I have on. It's like colored water. And these will really start just blending through. And running down my page. Those are pretty cool. The only thing with these is you kind of have to wait to see what they do. Anyway, I think that's it. Did it go through all of them? I believe we finally did go through all of them, except for the ones like the ones that react to noise, because I didn't know how to set those up. I have to read more on that one. So thanks for sharing with me. Oh, you just joined and I'm going to be leaving because I just finished up. So there's actually 3 parts. The two I did yesterday should be up until this afternoon, and then there's this one today of all the different brushes and mediums that are here on Corel Painter. So if you liked what you saw, I'm Kathy Kathygrillo. Thank you for all your hearts. You can follow me on Facebook. This is like my more personal page if you really want to get to know me and see all my stuff, because I'll post whatever on there. The Instagram is usually all my art and pictures of my cute dog Chewy. And then, of course, here on Periscope, you can watch me. I'm usually here on Mondays and Fridays and over the weekend. And give a shout out to my crews, LDCC, Little Deb's Creative Crew, and Creative Underground. If you're interested in joining a group of wonderful, amazing, creative people, either because you're creative or you're a creative, art lover and supporter, hit me up on one of these mediums up here, and I'll hook you up, introduce you to some really cool people. So thanks for sharing, and I'll probably be on later doing some actual drawing. So we'll see. We'll see how much housework I get done and everything to get back on. So thanks again, guys. Bye.